Hi guys, this is Dinah Ennis here, Pannam. So I thought I'd continue with the last day of the month because it's the first 8118 that you've experienced of a nice ensemble of them because it's 51, 61, 71 and 81. So what you're experiencing here is a good one. So it's very strong because it pulls. It's a very strong energy, a very strong wave. So I thought I'd come back in here with what you're going to see for the last day. So I'd like you to focus on the 31st of the 5th, 2025. So advanced classes will be learning about all of the numbers in their single divisor, the one divisor. They'll be learning it as the unit and how they work as poles. There is so much to learn here about each specific dial that it takes time. But the basics are here, and I would like to show that to you now, even though that is going to show you can still find 8118. So 20 and 25 is 45. Add 5, the King of Cups, 50. And this is heavily connected with the jacks, especially Jack of Clubs and Jack of Diamonds. I know them well. The Tree of Spades owes me. I love it. Can't get enough. So now the next one is the 31st, 314. You can see the transformation there. You can see Galileum there. So you add that and you get 81. So Pythagoras, I could just write down 81, but you need to know these energies. You have had a whole month of dealing with the authority of this dude. And this energy is going to change. It's changed already on my day. Today is the 1st for me. So I'm going back because I'm aware of the amount of people that have asked me questions. And although they're working hard to understand it, like I said, you can do the spreadsheets and it's great to do that. But to live it in the breath and understand the momentum and the way this wave moves, because it's beautiful. So now we have the cards that have moved untouchable and just continued. Just continued. Don't touch it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So there you have the 45. There you have the King of Hearts dealing with your emotions. This is to be balanced, diplomatic, find the control to find the balance. This is where you're a supportive leader. You really have to pull things together here. And don't forget, this is the last day of the Emperor. Oh, sorry, the Emperor and the Hierophant. Look here. Look. This is the authority here. So if I take the Hierophant down, get it closer, because it's the only problem with these cards. Go and get them from Temu. Go and get the boiler charts. They're all on my Sages of Fae on Facebook. And you will find that this is institutional. This is the unexpected of energy here coming from Taurus. All the numbers are here on the cards, which is very helpful because you can keep diluting and finding different forms and to see how far they actually connect and when they stop. What does that mean? Because we're investigators. I don't profess to be anything. I'm just investigating, and this is what has assisted me with my whole bloodline, my whole family. So, and people are going to do what they want. This is the beauty of this experience. So the tradition of religion here, society, sobriety and its rules. Now, if this has been for a whole month, controlling your emotions over this, and conformity, being able to have the correct amount of wisdom and trust for the unexpected that was just around the corner. Look what's happened. Look at everything that's going on around you. Now look at the Emperor. Does he have any clothes on? It's measured twice and cut once. He's leaving the 4 and 5 there and the 4 and 5 here. Doubles the energy on that day because you can see they're touching base. 4 and 5 is 9. 4 and 5 is 9. And it's working on fifths here. Well, this is over. The 5 energy is moving to the next card. Look, 51. There's June. There's the intuition here. This is the card that I would call for Ken Wheeler, the man's a genius. So, new ideas, curiosity, to share the thirst for knowledge. These are the new ways for communicating. And it's the restless mental energy here. This is the new month. And you can do this. You've got this. But the necessary needs to be able to conquer the four faces of God, the four chambers of the heart. This is the fourfold, the four white horses. And of course, I've been looking at the numbers of 1, 2, 8, and that's very much a half-pale horse. And I've watched the 28-10/1 play out very, very strongly. And it finishes on the 5 of clubs. That's why I wrote all this down on my paperwork for you to see. Because it's from the 27th of the 5th, 2025, the 5 of clubs. And the next one is in June. And that is the 27th of the 6th. And this is an end and beginning, because this was like a double whammy of the 51-15. Because the most important thing here is what you cannot see. We can experience the 61, the 7. Where's the 15? You see, because this has jumped its guns. I've done this long enough to know. And this energy is carrying on with an even way. So it ends on 81. And then it goes to 52-16, 53-17. Look, it's dropped its nuts. So this is the beauty of understanding the frequency. It's harmonic. This is the crystal core of understanding of frequency, because I'm not scared to use it all. And this is how I was able to develop this. So let's come here and look at that magician. Now, if you come over here to the left and right brain, you have the 81, which is going to be this bad boy here. It's the one, the leader. There can only be one. This is your imagination. This is everything about the 1+1. Because you've just come back from the fall. You free fell. Whatever it was, you had to wipe your nose or cut it off, one or the other. Let's do some gnosis. This is the situation here. You had to wipe your mouth and walk away. And this is where you regained your wings, the cleanse, through the illusion of the moon. The hermit's requiring you go within here. There's no messing with these numbers. And they normally sit on the 18, which is the 81-18. This one would be 17. Where's my 17? Here it is, the star card. Right? That would be here on the palindromic normally. It goes 17, 18. Now, where's that bad boy gone? Here he is. There it is, 17, 18. I'm looking for the sun. There you are. Now, look at these boys that are playing. This is obvious. Look at what you can see here. This is how you can see that my system is correct. Because look, 17, 18, 19. Go and look at the stars. What are they doing? Because this is the going within. This is the truth here that's coming forward. There is the illusion. That's the action here. You can see these cards are playing. And this is the sun. This is the rebirth. All is well. And you're doing it, look, with the Ace of Wands. You see? This is a new beginning. This is wood. Wood. This means this is from the ground up. You've worked very hard to get to this pitch. And you can see 81, 18, 99. 99 is compassion. And what leaves the building, this illusion, you break free. You gain your keys. You unlock doors. What you're gaining as your so-called superpowers is understanding who you are. Let's start with that. And then you can hit the hermit. What happened before? Look, the fall. The free fall. Now you have the tower, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, the 10-10. The 10-10 would sit up here. The Wheel of Fortune. Twice. 20. You see? This is how they're talking to each other all of the time. And then you can go look at that 8. Look, the 8. 8, 9. And then look here, 7. The 52. The 52 is a Trucy. Here she is. This is on our palindromic 8118. Not on the last one. Yous weren't even involved. You see? You was just a twinkling. And now you're looking at this going, wow. Well, I at least hope you are, because if there's no wows, you need to not do this. So you're moving into the 5115. That's going to give you a 6. There's your mastery, the lovers. There's your 7, the charioteer. This was over. You can see they're playing everywhere. And they're all quite local. I can line all these up like none other. Because they're talking to you in a system, and this wave goes round and round and round, no different to the 8 ball. And then when you take the deduction of 18 off of 81, you get your number of your logos, your breath, because you're the one who's breathing here. The profit of frequency is the frequencies that amasses to 63 times 4. And it sits over 9 days. They all do. Except for the Queen. She plays hard. She can change this. And she manipulates and just adjusts. And then there's the swipe with the sovereignty of whatever you want to call it. And then you switch. And it goes straight to 36. And like I said here, the Queen of Swords rendition with the King of Wands. The King of Wands is kryptonite. This is the King of the Earth. So here you have here the wand. This is a new beginning. You're going into a new cycle. And then this is beginning and end. You can see you're collapsing the old Babel. What doesn't serve you. And this is what we need reminders of when there's so much flashing going on, and false light. So I think it's important that you can actually see the break between the trees. How do you use your wand? Seriously. I'm not going into dial electricity and all that old stuff, but at the end of the day, we really need to be able to look at frequency here, because I'm reading this through frequency. I'm not that naive. I know that this is all of this is a wave. And it has got everything to do with sacred geometry, because it's 45, 54, 63, 71, and 80, what have you. Just done that wrong. Yeah, 54, 63, 70, 72, and 81. Yes, there you go. And the thing is, when we was in the 1300s, the numbers were completely different, but they still played through sacred geometry. Where it was 9, 18, 27, don't care. It's all run through the 9 system, and then the 1 hits with a 10, 10, and then it goes clip. The wings have been clipped. Every month there's a cyclical nature of the frequency going up and down, and you can see that playing around everywhere. It doesn't take long, and I've watched you beautiful people on here just watch a few videos and bang, 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 because you want it a little bit more than you know. So just sit with this. And this is the way to start watching. Come over to my Sages of Fae on Facebook. There's chats there. I'd like some of them to be private. And a group talk. But I'm not there for schmack. I'm talking about this. I haven't got time for anything else. So please, if you would like to know more, come and look at this work. The PDFs are over there. And my downloads, which are the most important, which is what taught me how to do all this, is what I'm constantly, and it's not all of it. I've got loads and loads of this, but we'll start with this. And this is a beautiful thing. I hope you're enjoying it. I'll try my best to do more recordings, but I don't have to force spirit to do anything. And I know that I don't have to flog it, and you can't sell a secret. But I'd like you to like my buttons. I'd like you to buy me a juice if you want my time. I've put down the prices on my Facebook page because I want to keep doing this until I can't do it anymore, and I would probably like the best support I can get. So on that note, you lovely people, hope you have a good rise. And I don't mean with your wood. I'm serious here. This is about true intuition. So on that note, Parnam.